Greetings, people of the interwebs. It is Dan here, and welcome to your official SmackDown Live review and results for April the 4th, 2017. SmackDown, a good show. It wasn't as, oh my god, holy freaking hell, what did we just see type of stuff like we saw on Raw, but it was still a very, very good show. And, you know, it had probably the hardest job that it's ever had following Raw last night. If this was put on the night after WrestleMania, then I wouldn't have minded it. I would have been like, okay, yeah, this was really good. But since it got put on the night after that incredible Raw that we seen, I was like, it's still good. But I did miss the first 6 to 8 minutes of this. But apparently I didn't miss much. It was just a clip highlight type thing. And then pretty much Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton setting up a rematch for the WWE Championship in what Bray called a House of Horrors match. So whatever that entails, I have no clue. I'm assuming that that's going to take place at the next SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view, which I'm not sure if it's Money in the Bank or if it's Backlash, or no, Bad Blood. Backlash or Bad Blood? I can't remember, but it's either Backlash or Bad Blood is going to be the next. No, Bad Blood is freaking Raw exclusive. Never mind. I believe it's going to be Backlash is going to be their next SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view, and yeah, that's when they're going to have this House of Horrors match between Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. So we're going to have to see what that entails, what that match means, what it offers. I don't know. But that was pretty much the opening segment, and then Orton and Wyatt, Wyatt kind of popped out of nowhere to attack Orton, and then Eric Rowan returned after many months out. He came out to defend Bray Wyatt, and then Luke Harper came out to defend Randy Orton. Luke chants from the crowd, "This dude's over." He got completely shafted by not being put into that main event scene. I don't understand why they did it. I know why they did it, because Vince McMahon was booking the entirety of WrestleMania. That's why they did it. Good job. You screwed one of your greatest in-ring performers of the last several months in Luke Harper. Then Orton's music hits, and Orton's music hits, and the segment's over. This Wyatt family thing ain't over by any means. This is still gonna go on for a while. Then we had The Miz backstage saying that he and Maurice are calling out Nikki and John Cena tonight, saying that they simply backed John into a corner and that he had to propose to Nikki Bella at WrestleMania. So that was pretty much what The Miz and Maurice said on John Cena and Nikki Bella getting proposed. Then we had an immediate rematch between Naomi and Alexa for the women's title. Alexa immediately invoking her rematch clause. Alexa was working the injured knee of Naomi early on in this match. I'm hoping that Naomi isn't injured again, because she was selling the hell out of that knee after the match. Alexa was getting asshole chants from this crowd. What can I say, man? She's the best heel. Probably the best heel woman on either roster, but probably one of the best heels, period, on either roster. She's absolutely incredible. She was getting asshole chants. You gotta be a heel in order to get asshole chants. Roman Reigns was getting asshole chants last night. So you knew that, Alexa was just being a bad bitch and she was gonna enjoy it. Then Naomi started to dominate. Then she said glow time and hit a detonation kick. But the only issue is that she planted on the bad leg. She planted on the bad knee that Alexa's been working. She kicked her with the good leg, but she had to plant on that bad leg. But then she submitted Alexa with the same submission last night that won her the title. They kept teasing Naomi going for the split-legged moonsault. I'm assuming that her knee probably isn't quite good enough to be going for the split-legged moonsault, or maybe they're taking that away as her finisher. I don't know. They could be taking it away as her finisher. I'm not sure. But Naomi hit Alexa with the submission, submitted Alexa. She tapped out, and Naomi retains the women's title. They gave us, this was really weird. They gave us the one-on-one women's title match that should have happened at WrestleMania. And then they also announced that tonight we get a Baron Corbin versus Dean Ambrose street fight, which is what should have happened at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. Seriously, we got 2 matches tonight on SmackDown that should have happened 2 nights earlier at WrestleMania. I don't understand what the deal is. I don't understand what the problem is with with them putting on these matches one night too late. or 2 nights too late. It was just weird, man. Then we had Kurt Hawkins out in the ring. It went to commercial after that. We had Kurt Hawkins come back in the ring after off the back of the commercial break. He issues an open challenge to anybody in the locker room, says that they have till the count of 10 to get out there. Immediately, you know whose music hit. It was Ty goddamn Dillinger. I was so happy. Like, I was so friggin' happy whenever this guy's music hit and he came out on SmackDown. I was thinking to myself, like, could he pull double duty between NXT and SmackDown? Because he didn't really get a proper send-off. And Ty Dillinger was the type of character down in NXT that deserved a proper send-off. And this whole... I get that he got beat by Sanity twice, and that might dictate him going to SmackDown full-time. But I feel like Ty Dillinger deserved a proper send-off, like a proper see you later on NXT. Maybe they'll do it tomorrow. Maybe they filmed his farewell for NXT after TakeOver Orlando, and it'll show tomorrow night on the WWE Network. I don't know. I'll have to tune into NXT to find out. But Dillinger came out, man. This was incredible. I marked out so hard that they gave us Ty Dillinger here. Ty wins on a tiebreaker. Pretty easy to figure out who was going to win here. He is over as hell. He is over as anyone on that show. Like, and he went to the right brand, too, because Raw would not be able to handle Ty's gimmick properly. They wouldn't be able to give Ty the proper platform that he needed to get that perfect 10 gimmick over. But on SmackDown, I feel like they're going to give him that proper platform and that springboard to be able to get the perfect 10 to the next level. And I feel like Baron Corbin is going to take the Intercontinental title off Dean Ambrose eventually, and the first challenger to Baron Corbin is going to be the perfect 10 Ty Dillinger. I almost wore my Ty Dillinger shirt for this review, but you'll see whose shirt I wore later on in the review. But Ty wins on a tiebreaker. What else was going to happen? It was Ty's main roster debut. Absolutely incredible. Then we had a Mojo Rawley backstage promo. Who cares? He got booed during this promo because everybody wanted Strowman to win the Battle Royal, but Mojo won it instead. Mojo! And the final two in the Battle Royal were Mojo Rawley and Jinder Mahal. Mojo and Jinder Mahal were the final two in the Battle Royal. I said that on my WrestleMania review. What more do I need to say? My God. Seriously, that was so bad. It was so bad. And like I said, they wanted Strowman to win that Battle Royal. Mojo got booed. What more can I say? Then The Miz and Maurice come out as John Cena and Nikki Bella. This was golden, man. The Miz plays a better John Cena than the actual John Cena. Genuinely. I get that it's meant to be like a hyperbolic imitation, but regardless, Miz plays a better Cena than Cena. Absolutely incredible. I don't... whatever Miz's formula is to playing the John Cena character that he does... it's absolutely incredible. He says that rule number 1 of John Cena's house rules is you don't say Cena sucks. Then the crowd chants Cena sucks. Then Maurice, as Nikki, says that she's happy that she can manipulate John to get what she wanted. Then he says that he and Nikki are leaving WWE to go Hollywood and that they will be gone for a very long time. There were yes chants from the crowd. Then Miz says goodbye and no more Cena. Then, the crowd starts chanting no more Cena. Then, a mysterious violinist appears on the ramp. You know what was happening here. Yes! The King of Strong Style, Nakamura, my phone, making a surprise cameo in the review. Everybody give it up for my phone. Hey! But Nakamura made his proper main roster debut tonight Oh my god. Actually, hang on. I stopped that theme song at a bad time. Let's try that again right quick. Whoops, wait. I botched the replay of the song. And you know whose shirt I'm wearing tonight. Strong Style has in fact arrived on SmackDown Live. Oh my god. I was beyond happy that this this happened. I was beyond happy whenever Nakamura's theme music hit. I loved it. I marked out. I had goosebumps up and down my arm. This was awesome. Shinsuke's entrance was epic. He got treated as he should, like a goddamn superstar. Basically, the segment with The Miz was saying, hey, the face that runs the place is getting out of here. See ya. And then they basically said, oh, John Cena's leaving. Guess who we got coming right on in? And Shinsuke came out. Oh my god. His entrance was incredible. This was awesome, even if it was only for a minute. Basically, they had Nakamura's music play. And then he just stood in the ring for a minute and soaked in the Nakamura chants and the holy shit chants that were coming from the crowd. He just stood there for a couple of minutes and he smiled, man. This man is happy as a pig in shit to be on SmackDown. I am telling you that right now because they will treat Shinsuke properly. They will treat him properly on SmackDown. Guarantee you. They will treat him as a superstar. They will treat him as a megastar. And at the end of the day, Triple H got his way with Nakamura. Vince wanted Nakamura on Raw, but Triple H was basically like, dude, you got all the big names on Raw. You got all the big time talent on Raw. And now SmackDown has a big name other than John Cena or Randy Orton or AJ Styles. Pretty much it was just Cena, Orton, Styles that were the big names on Monday Night Raw. I mean, on Tuesday Night SmackDown. But now they got Nakamura, another massive name. And I mean, you can admit that Wyatt's become a big name now with his championship reign, however brief it was. But pretty much they just had Cena, Styles, Orton. And now they have Nakamura to carry that brand while Cena is gone. And then Cena can come back and we can get Cena Nakamura. But here's the thing that pissed me off. Later on in the night, we got an address from Shane McMahon on the Superstar Shakeup that we're going to get eventually here on Raw and SmackDown. We got an address from Shane. And all that I can say is I really goddamn hope that Vince does not decide to take AJ Styles over to Raw. Because all that the fans want to see at this point is AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. That is the dream match of all dream matches in the WWE right now. Screw Joe versus Lesnar. Screw Joe versus Cena. Screw frickin', I don't know what else. Screw Joe versus Lesnar and screw Joe versus Cena. And screw Joe versus Styles. This is the dream match of all dream matches that you could have in the WWE right now. It's a Smart Mark's wet dream, to be perfectly honest with you. Seeing AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura in a WWE ring. Whenever, a year and a half ago, they were both in New Japan, putting on, a Match of the Year candidate at Wrestle Kingdom 11. Oh my god. The fact that we could get AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a WWE ring. Think about that. Oh my god. Dude. Make it happen, man. Do not send AJ over to Raw. Do not screw this up. Do not screw this up for yourself, Vince. It's the biggest money match that you have right now. Do the right thing and keep AJ on Raw. If you want to make money, everybody says that Vince McMahon's number one priority is making money. If you want to make money, you keep Styles on SmackDown and do Styles versus Nakamura. That is the biggest money match that you possibly have right now. And with both of them on SmackDown, what better time than now? And I'll get into what AJ had to say about the Superstar Shakeup later on, but We got the match that we should have got at WrestleMania, and it was damn good. It was better than the match that they actually had at WrestleMania, and this street fight was better than the garbage street fight that Ambrose had with Lesnar at WrestleMania 32. In fact, I think it went just a touch longer even. Honestly, again, as I said, this came 2 nights too late, in my opinion. You should have had this happen at WrestleMania. And the result that came out tonight should have been the result that happened at WrestleMania, street fight or not. And I actually questioned myself. I said, was WrestleMania Dean Ambrose's first title defense since winning it? Because I believe he won the Intercontinental title like a couple of SmackDowns after TLC, I believe is when he won. And I think WrestleMania was his first title defense. So, I mean, like, where's that 30-day defense rule coming into play now, WWE? There's a question for you. Corbin introduces weapons early with a chair. Then Ambrose baseball slid into Corbin while Corbin was holding the chair. Then Corbin got sent over the table and then over the barricade into the crowd. Over the announce table, I should say. And then over the barricade and into the crowd. Corbin, then whenever they got back from over the barricade and they got back in the ring, Corbin planted Ambrose through a table that was set up in the corner. Corbin grabbed a leather strap from under the ring, was smacking Ambrose across his back and chest multiple times. Corbin wedged a chair into the corner, tried to put Ambrose through it, but then Ambrose ducked, countered, and put Corbin through the chair head first in the corner. Then Ambrose smashes Corbin through a table. He goes top rope. Immediately after Corbin goes through the chair in the corner, he goes top rope. Then sends Corbin through a table, then back in, Ambrose goes top rope again, Corbin throws a chair in Ambrose's face, smashes him off the top rope, then he goes balls first on the ropes, that had to hurt. Then an end of days, 1, 2, 3, Corbin wins this street fight. This should have happened at WrestleMania for the title with the same result. You should have had a street fight at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship, and Corbin should have come out on top, but that didn't happen because Vince McMahon booked the entirety of WrestleMania. So that didn't happen. What everybody knew should have happened didn't happen because Vince McMahon was booking WrestleMania, and he was not going to go with anybody that the smart marks like. So, goddamn you, Vince McMahon. Goddamn you. You know what? This just pissed me off even more about what happened to WrestleMania. This pissed me off even more. Don't get me wrong. I like that Corbin won. I like that this was a street fight. But the fact that this wasn't for the title on SmackDown and the fact that you did not put this on 2 nights prior at WrestleMania just pissed me off. Even more after this match ended. I swear to God. Then we had Shane McMahon come out to address the roster shakeup on next week's Raw. Speaking of which, the roster shakeup is going to happen next Monday. So, dear God. Coming off an absolute classic on Sunday, man. In my opinion, looking back, AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon was probably the best match on the card. Genuinely. Like, AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon was probably the best match on the card. Had the most excitement, had a bunch of high spots, had the fans going crazy. So, I would say, it was probably the best match on the card, and it kicked off the show. He thanks the crowd for everything that they've done throughout this weekend and this week. Says that, it's humbling to hear him still getting crazy Shane O'Mac chants. He thanks the crowd very much. He addresses the shakeup. Again, as I mentioned, knowing our luck, AJ is probably going to go to Raw now that SmackDown has Nakamura because they know, that, or I should say Vince knows, that we want Nakamura versus Styles, and he's not going to give it to us because he's given us one of these. All the time, at all hours, 24/7. This is what Vince McMahon is giving to every fan of World Wrestling Entertainment. This right here. This finger right here is what Vince is giving every single one of his fans. 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, sitting in his cushy office that's probably bigger than my entire apartment in Titan Towers in Stamford, Connecticut. He's given that to the fans at all hours of the day. So we're probably not getting Nakamura and Styles because AJ is probably going to Raw. And we are going to burn the draft to the ground just from AJ going to Raw. Everybody else could end up on the perfect brand that they belong on. They could be tailor-made for whatever brand that they go to. But if AJ goes to Raw from that move alone, people are going to be pissed. Speaking of AJ Styles, AJ comes out Shane says, come on in, sir. He basically opens up the ring, says, come on in. Then Styles says that he doesn't know what's going on with this roster shakeup, but that he doesn't want to go anywhere. Thank you, sir. We don't want you going anywhere either. Says that he doesn't want to go anywhere because SmackDown Live is the house that AJ built. Yes, chants come from the crowd. Beautiful. Says he'll be damned if someone tries to come in and take that spot from him. And then he says that after WrestleMania, he owes Shane McMahon something. Sticks out his hand. They shake hands in the ring. Then as he's walking out, he fakes a punch to Shane McMahon. He's like, whoa! And then he just smiles. Shane smiles. He exits the ring. This was a fantastic segment. I loved it. I'm curious, is AJ face now? I don't know. Is AJ face now? I don't know. But I love this segment. I doubt that AJ's a face, but this seemed very face-like, what AJ did. So I loved it, man. I love this segment. This was probably one of my favorite segments on the show. Just made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Because, AJ came out and was like, thank you, Shane, and offered a handshake. And then he just did that little fake punch spot, which I thought was beautiful. Him and Shane shared a smile and a giggle in the middle of the ring, and then he left. I thought it was a great segment. Then we had the main event. We had the new Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan, versus the excommunicated members of the Wyatt family, Luke Harper and Randy Orton. This just wasn't a very interesting match. Orton got booed. Or just no reaction at all during his entrance. He was so over before Mania, but they weren't ready for him to hold the title yet. Was he deserving of a title opportunity for his work with the Wyatt family? You're damn right he was deserving of a title run for his work in the Wyatt family, but not yet. You had to let this thing simmer for a little bit longer. You had to let Bray Wyatt hold the title for just that little bit longer. Maybe you could have done this at Money in the Bank, or even at Backlash. You should have just let Bray Wyatt get a victory over Randy Orton at WrestleMania. But no, because Vince was booking the entire show. Do you get my point? Vince was booking the entire show, so all of the fans got railed. Outside of the Styles versus McMahon match and outside of the KO versus Jericho match. Outside of the first half of that show. Everything else, Vince McMahon just railed the fans. We may as well have bent over and applied lube at that point. He just railed the fans 100%. He doesn't care. Like I said, he's sitting in his cushy office in Stamford, Connecticut, inside Titan Towers, giving us one of these. Giving us one of these. All the time. Could have pulled a Mickey James and licked it. But no. He's just sitting there giving us a finger at all hours of the day. I didn't really care about this match, man. Rowan came out. He still looks fantastic. Looks massive. Looks like he maybe either put on a little weight or put on a little bit of muscle in his time off. I really didn't care about this match, to be perfectly honest with you. There seems to be a pattern here. There seems to be just that one match on every show that I just don't care about. Like on Raw, it's almost every match. Almost every match on Monday Night Raw, I just don't care about. But on SmackDown, there seems to just be that one match that I just don't care about, and this was that one match. At the end of the match, Wyatt tried to play mind games on Orton by disappearing out of the ring and appearing on the ramp. Orton nearly got by an upcoming Eric Rowan who came up behind him, but Harper hit Rowan with a super kick and Orton hit him with an RKO. 1, 2, 3, a victory for Orton and Harper. Much deserved, I will say, especially for Harper, who got shafted as well at WrestleMania by being put in the Jobber Battle Royal and eliminated by Titus O'Neil. The dude got eliminated by Titus O'Neil. But I won't get into that. If you want to see me rant on that, then watch my WrestleMania review. But anyway, that was it for SmackDown Live. That's how it went off the air. Whew. This was a good addition to SmackDown. This was a short review. Holy hell. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Leave a like down below if you did enjoy. Comment down below. Let me know what you're expecting going forward from SmackDown Live. Let me know your predictions for the roster shakeup down below in the comments. Comment below. Tell me which superstars do you think are going where, who's switching brands, who's going to Raw, who's going to SmackDown. I'm predicting that at least Sami Zayn is coming to SmackDown. That is a given. That's guaranteed that Sami Zayn is coming to SmackDown. And then that mid-card to main event scene is going to be looking pretty damn good on SmackDown because you got Ty Dillinger added, you got Shinsuke Nakamura added, You're probably going to add Sami Zayn in there. You got Corbin. You got Ambrose. You got freaking, you got Styles, Orton for the time being. You've still got Cena, but he's probably going to be away for a little bit. You've got, I don't know. I don't know who else they could be bringing in. They could be bringing in Joe from Monday Night Raw. I don't know. Although I'm thinking that they're going to go on ahead with that Evolution thing with Triple H, Joe, and Owens. But regardless, let me know what you think your predicted moves are for the draft shakeup or for the roster shakeup down below in the comments. Don't forget to like the video as well. Click the red button down below and subscribe too so that you never miss a video, and ring the bell so you get notifications every time I do anything here on YouTube.com. Don't forget to follow me on my socials as well. Follow me on Twitter especially. That's where I do most of my work on social media. It is at Dan_Punkard, Dan_PUNKARD 99, Dan_Punkard 99 on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. That is all from me. You guys keep yourselves safe. Hang on, I'm trying to set up something here. You guys keep yourself safe, and I'll see you at a later date. Farewell.